All right, guys, I'm going to give you my top reasons why the Cowboys should not tank.
This stream is brought to you by Sleeper app. Go for a Hail Mary on your Sleeper picks and win up to 100 times your money. Use promo code BCS and Sleeper will 100% match your first deposit up to $100 instantly.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and now X. You can follow me, the OC100, on X. All right, guys, take a listen. This is why the Cowboys should not tank. These are my top 3 reasons. And listen, the first reason is this. You still can make the playoffs. Don't tank. You still can make the playoffs. That's right. You heard it here first. The Cowboys are 6-6. The Cowboys are second in the NFC East behind the Philadelphia Eagles with 4 games left to play. So if we did win out, we could be a 10-6 team. Even if we lost one, we could be a 9-7 team. And guess what? Teams like that in the past have won the Super Bowl. If we go back and we look at 2011, the 2011 New York Giants barely made it into the playoffs, beating the Cowboys at the Cowboys Stadium in the last regular season game just to get into the playoffs. It is something to say about a team that fights and claws and scratches and has the stick-to-itiveness and the toughness and the mindset to not give up. That team ended up winning the Super Bowl against all historic and possible odds. This was again the great New England Patriots led by Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. That team, the New York Giants team at the time led by Eli Manning, end up going on a run and winning the Super Bowl. So you still can make the playoffs. And reason 1A is that anything can happen in the playoffs. This is not a series. This is a one and done situation. And if you think about it, logically speaking, anybody can have a bad game. Anybody can have a good game at any time. And you can catch fire at the right time and beat a series of teams and find yourself in the NFC East Championship, or potentially better yet, in the Super Bowl. That's right, the Super Bowl. And it can happen, and it does happen. So you still can make the playoffs. Number 2, if you tank, you, yes, will be in the lottery. But the number 2 reason is that you don't know. And what I mean by you don't know is that you don't know exactly what pick you'll be at. Yes, you do have needs on this team, namely edge rusher, in my opinion, namely possibly linebacker. You can say linebacker. I think more pressingly, you need more help in the secondary. And are the Cowboys committed to spending a first-round pick on anybody in this year's draft in terms of a defensive back? Maybe so. And if the Cowboys have a defensive back that highly rated, and they would need a couple of them. And the reason they would need a couple of them is because the one you want might be taken off the board. You don't know exactly how the draft board will fall. It is always unpredictable. It is always an issue where there can be runs, there can be a run on the position. So everybody drafts a DB all at once, and it happens to be before you pick. Or there are run on offensive tackles, and everybody drafts the best offensive tackles before your pick comes up, and then all of a sudden your guy's not there, and you trade him back, so on and so forth. So you don't know if the guy you're gonna pick will be there. Also, number 2 to that, you need help at edge rusher, and there are a couple, I think, so far solid guys. But do you think the guy, and I'm talking in particular with edge rusher in this year's draft, and I know we're not in draft season yet, but we will be soon. Do you think there's a guy in this year's draft that the Cowboys could get if they're in the lottery that could come in and get you 8 to 10 sacks? Do the Cowboys believe that? Do their scouting believe that? Does everything say that guy lines up? I'm not sure if there's a guy that I can say slam dunk, you're going to get 10 sacks if you draft this guy in the first round next year, and that he's not going to need a few years to cook and develop, because the biggest jump for college to pro is going to be on the lineman, because the speed and the strength and the technical excellence is at a different level. Not saying that other positions are not as hard, but I'm saying a defensive back with great skills in NFL prototypical game would have a much higher likely percentage of success coming into the league than a traditional good upside, good talented defensive end. unless he's a Micah Parsons, unless he's an exceptional talent, right? He's not going to come in and immediately have that impact and give you the productivity, right? So why would you tank for I don't know? And that's what I'm saying. You don't know. So therefore, let's carry on. Let's keep playing ball. Okay, my third reason. This is why the Cowboys should not tank. Brian Schottenheimer's not a quitter. That's my third reason. He's not a quitter. And everything in his career, everything going up to this point, going back, he's never intentionally tanked the season. It's not in him. It's not in his blood. It's not a part of his lineage and who he is. He has the mindset of toughness, of fighting out to the end. And this is the mindset that he's trying to instill in the Cowboys. And it will be against everything that he's tried to instill in the Cowboys in terms of the type of culture and environment that he's trying to establish to create a championship organization if he folded 10. If he folded 10 and said, let's just lose out. And I'm going to tell you, he's not a quitter. But reason 3B is that logically,